Hello and welcome back to Lord Fenton Gaming Plays Neverwinter Nights 1. I'm your host Lord Fenton. Today's Neverwinter Nights 1 builds, we're doing a Ghost Wielding Ranger Rogue / ShadowDancer. As always, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more Neverwinter Night builds like this. And do not forget to hit the notification bell, you update on my video and more. Now this build is very special. We're going to be doing mostly on the Ranger side for leveling. We're going to put some Rogue levels in and one ShadowDancer. The key to the ShadowDancer is hide in plain sight. This way it'll help out the rogue levels and the ranger dual wielding. Yeah, we're going to be abusing that. That's correct, folks. We're going to be wearing light armor for this so we get benefits from the dual wielding feats. So first of all, gender, pick any gender you want, male, female, go for it. Yeah, just do it. Second, race, I would say human. That's a good race right here for this build. Half elf is good. You're going to lose a feat though, so be cautious. Now for portraits, go for any. You have any custom portraits for the PC, that is perfect. Now classes, we're going to be doing Ranger. However, Rogue, we're only going to be doing 2, 7, 12, 17, 22, 27, 32, and 37. Now ShadowDancer, we're going to do only one level. Now ShadowDancer, there's some prerequisites. We're going to need some hide and move silently and some tumble and mobility and dodge. Once we get those, we only have one level in ShadowDancer. And that key level is hide in plain sight. Yes, that's a deadly ability right there. Trust me. I'm going to say any alignment except for lawful good. Go for those alignments because we're going to need the rogue levels for that. We can't be lawful good. But any alignment, fine. I pick KI neutral, so I am basically smite proof. Now next up is your abilities. We're going to put 14 in strength. 16 dexterity, that's going to be our main stat we're going to work on. And let me check out constitution, that is 13. Wisdom only 12 because we're going to get the spell levels 2 for the ranger when that ranger is level 9. He'll start getting spells. And intelligence 13, charisma, leave it alone, it's a dump stat for this build. So now next up is your packages. Animal empathy, that's for the ranger, so this way early on we tame animals. It'll help out greatly. Or at least they dominate them. And also, let's see here, your concentration, we're not going to cast a lot, just trust me, we're not for this build. We're going to do discipline, heal, hide, and move silently. Why those? Well, we're building towards the prerequisite of the ShadowDancer, and plus, we're going to be stealthing a lot in this build here, especially with hide in plain sight. We're going to abuse that badly. Now, your feats I am doing is exotic weapon feats, so I get criticals. Now, if you don't like criticals, go for short swords, then that feat is free, then go for knockdown or something better. And favorite enemies, here's my advice on this. If you're playing Hordes of the Underdark, playing that route, instead of undead and humans, pick elves and dwarfs, because you're going to be facing drows and drougers. Otherwise, undeads and humans is fine, especially for the campaign. And then giants is third, because you're going to be facing some of them, they're tough. Dragons is fourth, yeah. There's not much of them, but they're tough enemies. Elementals is great. Now another option if you want to place one of those three is outsiders. That's good too. And real quick right there, dual wielding, when you get that for rangers, as long as they're wearing light armor, they have the benefits for that. That's and by dexterity and 2 weapon fighting. Later on at level 9 they get improved 2 weapon fighting, so 3 feats right there are already free for dual wielding. So my final advice is if you're playing for this build, yeah, it's going to be a little bit hard and long for the early levels until you start to build a little bit more rogue levels for the 2, 7, and the Cedras, and you get also a ShadowDancer prestige class and a hide in plain sight, then things will be much, much easier. So that's my advice right there. And of course, if you are playing the console version that's in December, or it's already been out, you're in luck there because you get some nice voice packs I heard. So that's my final advice. So now the next demonstration of this video guide here will be your actual levels. So here we go. Now the next portion of this video will be actually leveling. This will be slightly different from my other builds because we're going to be injecting some rogue levels and 1 ShadowDancer levels. Yeah, so every 2s and 7s we're going to do is we're actually going to level up rogues. So this way they'll get some nice backstabs. And plus some uncanny dodge. And real quick, I took off 1 critical right there, and you got a slight advantage and plus damage. However, you got -1 when you dual wield. However, that disadvantage disappears real quick because you're a ranger. and you're really good. Besides, I have light weapons. So let's start the process. First of all, we're going to do rogue here, folks. So for the rogue, this is going to be a little bit different. We cannot do discipline at all and animal empathy. No, we cannot even do that. So instead, we're going to go down the list, and we are going to be doing heal, hide, move silently, and tumble. We got the tumble prerequisite right, so that is 1 down for the ShadowDancer. Now just the feats and the 2 other skills. We'll be doing that with the ranger levels. So we're going back to the ranger, and we're going to do animal empathy, so this way we control animals at the start, maybe in throughout the 1 through 40s. And we'll do move silently, hide, and heal. And start saving points. And that's it right there. Now for your feats, now what I did was I'm going to go down the list. There's so many good feats in this game right here. So you go down the list, and we're doing weapon finesse. Instead of strength for weapon damage, we're going to use our dexterity. Yeah, we're building a dexterity ranger, just trust me. And we're going to do a lot of damage bonus because we're dexterous now. Because we have criticals. Also, if you don't like epic weapons, like exotic weapons I should say, then go pick short swords. They're great. So now we're going to ranger, and we're going to pick in dexterity. That's the stat we're going to be dumping into. You're saying you could put 2 points in wisdom. Like beyond level 2, the spells are not that great. I think the paladin has a better edge. Now the skills are the same right here, so this is good right here. So we're going to keep on leveling the ranger until we get to character level 7. Same thing with the ranger set skills right here. You all should know the drill by now. So we're actually do this. And there you go. So already we're at level 5 character level, so we're at 6 now. And we're going through the Neverwinter Night campaign 1 nicely with this build here. First, you'll get caught hiding a lot. However, once you get high in plain sight, things will be broken. Now we're going to pick dodge, and our favorite enemy, like I said before, hordes on the Underdark, dwarves, and elves. We're going to pick humans, so if you're playing original campaign or anything else. And if you don't like humans, then go pick outsiders. That's a great choice too. That's a nice alternative there. So now, next up, we're going to be leveling up our rogue. Another rogue level, since it's level 7 now officially. So what we're going to do is heal, hide, move silently, and tumble. Yeah, we're going to be pumping points into that. Because our character's going to be dodging as he's moving along too, which is good. Of course, if they make the roll, of course. And I'm doing open lots for giggles. You could do persuade if you're playing Neverwinter Night 1. Still, it's up to you on the last skill you want to dump into. There's so many options in this game. You could split up between spot and listen to. That's another good option right there. There's no wrong option, the optional points. So we'll get to the next one. So now next up, we're going back to the ranger class for a little bit until we get to the rogue class and the ShadowDancer. Yeah, we're going to expend a ranger level for a ShadowDancer once we do get the proper skills and feats. There you go. Now we're going to pick our pet. I'm going to name him Wolfie. It's a dire wolf. You want dire wolves. They're very good. Now we can have an argument that's saying panthers are good too, but I prefer the dire wolf for a ranger. And besides, ranger pets are alright, but druid pets rules. And real quick, I'd probably say very beginning of the campaigns, yeah, I would use them. But later on, you eventually will grow out of them, or you decide you just want to use them. It's up to you on that. So that's just optional. So you know the drill on the skills right here at this point in the video. Yeah, just follow my advice on that for the skills. And now next up, we're going to actually do mobility because we already got dodge. So because we got dodge and mobility, guess what? We get to enter the realm of the ShadowDancer. We're going to be doing those that prestige class because we broke the requirements. Now we're treated a little bit like the rogue levels, so it's going to be heal, hide, move silently, and even tumble. Yeah, and we won't be able to do lockpicking because that's not a cross-class skill, unfortunately. And we can't do discipline or animal empathy too. And that's it for the ShadowDancer. We are definitely done. So let me explain on that real quick. When you hit hide during combat, it has a chance, depending on your hide or move silently skills, or both. What happens is you'll disappear. If you break their contact, you go back again, backstab them, or sneak attack. Yeah, it's an abusive method. You're going to see that later on in the video. So now we're going back to the ranger class. So same thing, discipline, animal empathy, heal, hide, move silently, save your points for tumble, and of course lockpick, open locks if you're me, or something better, and you pick your wolf pet. unless you don't like the wolf pet. So now next up, we're going to be doing the rogue once again. Now, next up, we're going back into the rogue class. See, right here, yeah, we're doing the rogue. We're still doing dexterity because that's the stat we're going to be actually pumping up every 4 levels. Yeah, it's really good though. I mean, dexterity, especially doing weapon finesse right there. Instead of strength, you need dexterity, and we're going to have high dexterity for this build. And like I said, for open locks, it's optional. If you don't like it, pick persuade. You're split between listen and spot. Now let's go to the skills next. Now next up on the skills is improved critical, which is criticals right there. It'll drop your threat roll. So instead of rolling 18 through 20 or 19 through 20, you will be rolling a 15 through 20. Now you add keen to that. That is 12 through 20. Now next up, we're going back to Ranger. We're going to do this for a bit until we get to the 2s and 7s. So same thing as before, discipline, heal, ammo, empathy, move silently, and hide, and save your points, and still pick your pet. I'll call it at this point in the video. And we'll keep on doing the Ranger right here. Now at this point, you're already beaten Shadows of Undertine, and you're still in the original campaign, depending on where you're at. Yeah, you're in a good spot, don't worry. But still, you're powerful at this point a little bit because of that high in plain sight. Just a little items. Now, your favorite enemies. Now, the third one I did was Giants. If you don't like Giants, like I said before, a good replacement is Outsiders. That's another replacement right there. Now, we're going to do Ranger again. Just same thing as the skills before. And I'm going to be honest. Yeah, the favorite enemies are actually pretty good for a Ranger. I love those. That's a neat feature. And let's see what else we're going to do. Let's see over here. At this point, I was just going for, I believe, let's see, I'm trying to look for it. Power attack, cleave, and great cleave. There's other good options too. You could also do a knockdown, power attack, and just cleave, or just pick whatever you want at this point. So now we're going to do, again, dexterity. There you go. And we're just going to keep on picking the same skills as before. And once we are done with this level right here, now next up will be another rogue level. So now we're going to be leveling up the rogue once again, so we're going to pick that. By then you should be about, I believe, level 17. I believe it is. So same as before with the skills right here. Yep, you should know the drill. And if it's lockpick, yeah, that's fine for a rogue. If not, then just do your other one wherever you want. That's optional. Now we're going back to the Ranger once again. We're repeating the cycle. And at this point, I think you're almost finished with the original campaign. Yeah, you're almost finished with that campaign. So now let's go for another feat. I'm doing cleave because I want to hit multiple enemies, because in case I hit one. And this way I just do the dart in, dart out again. Damage is damage. And we're going to do another Ranger. Now if you don't like cleave and power attack, then you just do knockdown or anything else. That's cool. You can have toughness too. That's another option too right there. It's more hit points. But I'm just showing everybody why I'm doing cleave and great cleave. Because I have fast weapons too. And it's really neat. So now we're doing the Ranger still. At this point we're at level 20. That means you'll be definitely done with, I believe, the original campaign, and you're in Hordes of the Underdark. Now favorite enemy, I'd pick Dragon. I said before, if Dragon's not a good build, then I would probably say Outsider. That's another great build too. Outsiders are like demons, angels, and etc. So now next up we're still doing Ranger at this point. And we're getting close to actually level 22. Once we get to 22, we're going to do this again with the Rogue. And I'm doing this time, let me see over here, where is it at? I'm doing Epic Weapon Focus Criticals right there, so I have more damage with that. Which means more damage, faster foes die with my little fast blades. And I'm still picking a Dire Wolf at this point. He's a lucky charm. So now next up is the Rogue class. We're doing it again, folks. You know the drill about the skills. Heal, hide, move silently, and tumble. And we're getting those skills pumped up nicely. And we're going to get a nice boost in tumble again, because we get to move around and dodge. Which is very good for builds since they're in leather armor. And besides, when you're Ranger in leather armor, you get dual wielding bonuses without any feats. And another sneak attack is good too. So now we're back into the Ranger business. Same thing at the skills at this point in the video. Now at this point right now, I'm saying to myself, okay, I'm starting to go through Hordes of the Underdark. I'm starting to dominate that stuff. So we're going to still do dexterity for your ability / stats. skills are the same. And you should be able to go through Hordes of the Underdark nicely. So now next up, what I did was I picked, I believe, see over here, yeah, Great Cleave. That's out of the way. So from here on out, if I can spot any thing that's good like Dexterity or Epic Prowess or Armor Skin, yeah, I'm going to take those. Also Bane for favorite enemies, which means you get bonus damage against them even more. And we're still doing the pet and the skills, so we're still doing Ranger, still doing the skills right there. You know the drill on that by now. And let's see over here. I'm just making sure everything is fine. And see, we get Epic Prowess. We're going to pick that first because we're going to add bonus to our attacks. Our little Blade's going to get some nice bonus attacks, which is really good. So now we're setting ourselves up for another Rogue level. So here we go. Now, up to bat is the Rogue again. Yeah, we're going to get ourselves another Rogue abilities. You know the drill and the skills by now. Pump up that tumble points because you're going to definitely need it. Now at this point, I'd probably say you already beaten Hordes of the Underdark. Yeah, that's done. Now you're doing epic mods or servers. So we're going to pick Armor Skin. So we add ourselves another armor class, which is really good. Now we're going back to Ranger, and we're doing Dexterity. We're getting close to actually on the Dexterity end to get a nice high Dexterity epic feat. Yeah, it's a real good one too, I believe. It's not like devastating crits, but it's a very nice one. Plus, it's only once per day. That's the bummer, but it's very nice. When I see, I'll explain more on it. So we're back into the Ranger business right here. Yeah, we're back into leveling that. And look like we're getting the usual no feat levels right there. Yeah, Rangers are feat starved like Paladins because they're a hybrid class. It's a druid and a fighter, and we're going to get Bane of Enemies. We get some bonus damage against our favorite enemies, which is very good. That's why I picked it. And number 2, I'm going down to Great Dexterity. So I'm just going to start adding some extra Dexterity points I cannot get besides the ability levels. Yeah, via feats. So now we're going back into the Ranger business. We're going to level that up. And now we're getting closer to another Rogue level. So just pick your skills like I've been doing. You should be all fine at this point in the build video. Same thing as pet. So here we go. So now we're back in the Rogue, and now this time we're picking Dexterity, which is very nice. We hit one of the 4s again. So you know the drill on these skills. We're going to keep on doing this like this. Just keep on building like I am building. And once you're done with the skills, I believe this one, if I remember correctly, it's no feats, unfortunately. We do get sneak attack though, so that's another layer of sneak attack. So we're back in the Ranger. At this point, I'm going to be honest, you're in the pristine worlds or the high level servers like the epics. And now we got Blazing Speed. Now this will give you haste once per day for 10 rounds. And you're going to be going fast. It is great for stealthing too, because you get to your target by doing that. And we're also doing greater dexterity, so we build up our damage more because we're weapon finesse at this point. So now we're back once again, like I said before, the Ranger level. We'll keep on doing this until we hit another Rogue portion of the video. Yeah, we got one more Rogue levels and that's it. So at this point I'm picking favorite enemies, and I am going to pick elementals. Yeah, that's another comment. If you don't like elementals, outsiders are great. So we're doing another Ranger at this point, and we'll just keep on picking the skills. But we're picking, and we're getting things set up for a nice run again. Yeah, we're going to do another run, and we got our pet. Now we got one more Ranger level we're going to do right now. We're going to pick Dexterity. So we're at, I believe, above 25 Dexterity, around 27. And we're picking out the skills, and then after that, what we're going to do is we're actually pick Great Dexterity, be 28. And now next up, we're going to be going back to the Rogue. This is the last time. This is the last time to be a Rogue, and that's it. Unless you have more Rogue levels, then yeah, you're fine on that. But still, I just split them up like I did. It was perfectly fine. You're going to see in a bit in the video. So we're just going to do this like this real quick. Hit OK, and that's it for your Rogue levels. Now, from here on out, will be all Ranger levels. And most of our skills, including Tumble, are 40 or better. Yeah. And now what we're going to do is Epic Toughness. I'm going to get some more hit points. I could pick another favorite enemy. That's another option too. That's when you pick outsiders. But I gave myself a little bit of a hit points right there, a little bit of edge. You may never know. You may never know when you need it. I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to look, and there is Great Dexterity. And I'm going to do is, let's see here, favorite enemies. Alright, let's do outsiders. There we go. Now, demons, angels, whoever they are afraid of us. You could have done also was the more hit points too. We're going to do dexterity, and we're going to pick the skills out, and we're almost finished. We're going to that should be it right there. So we're picking the final skills right here. We're getting close to actually capping at 40, the game's actual cap. So this is it right here. We're filling out the final points. Once we are done with this level, that is it right there. It's over. Dire Wolf, no more leveling. You're capped out at 40, and you should be joining Pristine Worlds or Persistent Worlds. There's so many great ones there. So now the next portion of this video will be items. Now here we are in the next part of the video is your items. Now criticals, you want to get at least plus 7 through 10. If you're playing Hordes of the Underdark, you can actually build those. Have those with Keen, that's very good. As for items, you should have boots, which are Constitution. I should also Bracers Dexterity, definitely. Strength Belt if you want to. Also Wisdom Necklace, so this way you have your save throws up there some. Rings are optional. Pick any cloaks. I advise on hiding ones. Move silently and hide. Those are great. Helmets, if you look for a helmet with darkness in it once per day, then go ahead and use it right there, which is very good. Now my stats high enough. Now potions should be Wisdom, Strength, Constitution, Dexterity, and your usual buff potions. Now we're on the last part of the video I skip ahead to, which is the combat portion. Now I'm buffing myself up. I'm using Cat's Grace. I'm using also the 2nd level Ranger spell. I boost up my hide and move silently. Elemental spell right there, and Ultra Vision since I am a human. Now if you're a half elf or elf, yeah, you don't need that. Now I'm just buffing myself up and preparing. I already summoned a group of drows. Yeah, they're dark elves kids. Evil race this time. Well, not really evil, but this bunch is evil. Still, we're going to just keep on drinking, buffing up, and I'm going to show everybody the perfect demonstration. So before I actually go, I'm going to cast that Dexterity 25 ability, and I'm just going to hide right now. See, I am moving real quick. Now, the object is just go back and forth between the backstabbing on any foes who cannot see invisibility. So we'll go over here, we're going to just connect our hits. See, sneak attack already. There's enemies attacking. Oh no. See, everything stopped right there. They cannot detect me. We're going to do that again. See, I'm going to keep on hiding in plain sight. Sometimes it doesn't work. You just got to keep at it. We're going to keep on doing it. Keep on fooling them. See, another shot. And due to the fact our weapons are real quick, we're getting some nice bonus damages. And we're almost taking out the Drow-caster. That's the first one we're actually take out. Now, if I do this right, I should have some cleave damage, which is good. Yeah, see, I already did some cleave damage, and already the foes are suffering. See, we already got a critical death right there. For that foe, we got one more. We keep on just doing hide in plain sight, which is using your hide right there. Abusing that mechanism, so there'll be a line of sight, or lost. And that's it for part 1 of this portion of demonstration. Now, we're going to do another demonstration, which is undead this time. Unfortunately, we will not be able to get sneak attack damage because they're immune to sneak attacks, they're immune to crits. However, because we pick undead in the favorite enemies, yeah, we're gonna get some nice bonus damages. You're gonna see, but I'm still gonna use this trick to break the line of sight so I get myself set up for basic attacks. Now, because I lost that 25 dexterity haste ability, unfortunately, I have to crawl. But good news is, if you know what you're doing, you get yourself a first attack. First attack are just normal damages, but still, always attacking in first is very nice. And already we got the Lich to a half health, which is good, and we're breaking his line of sight. So that's what it's all about. So we got the Death Knight Commander, and we're just going to keep on doing what I'm doing, and eventually it'll die. And due to the fact our dexterity is high, we could take the brunt of the damage right there. So my final advice is prepare what you want to build your character, what you want. And if you have the Shadowdancers Hide in plain sight, you'll be able to make a ranger that cheeses enemy with some rogue levels. Well, that's it for my Neverwinter Night 1 builds. Ghost Dual Wielding Ranger Rogue Shadowdancer. This is Lord Fenton signing off. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day or night.